How come your coffee is darker than mine?
Mine's decaffeinated Folgers Crystals. Yours is the decaffeinated brand you've been drinking for years.
Mine's lighter looking.
See these dark, sparkling crystals made from Folgers mountain-grown coffee.
It smells really rich.
Alice, looks and aroma are one thing, but how does it taste?
Have a sip.
Mountain grown. Alice, you're right, as usual.
Now I know why I married you. You're so sensible.
Decaffeinated Folgers Crystals. So dark and rich. Shouldn't you switch?
Soon this street will be teeming with people, tasting exotic foods from all over the world.
Thank you. Is it good?
Good and spicy.
Now Anne is about to experience a problem that's universal.
I've got heartburn. Can you beat that?
As a matter of fact, I can.
Pepto for heartburn?
Sure.
As Pepto coats, it soothes heartburn, as well as upset stomach and diarrhea.
I didn't know you could tongue us.
I can't.
Pepto-Bismol, the one that coats, is the only one you need.
Tell all the world.
The Made in the USA label. It matters so much because of what it really stands for.
Tell all the world.
It stands for the quality of the clothes we work in.
And the style and fashions we play in.
And it stands for America, for what we are today.
And what will be tomorrow.
Tell all the world.
So ask for and buy apparel and hold fashion that say, Made in the USA.
Tell all the world. America matters. America matters to you.
Frick, Mellon, Carnegie, names that are synonymous with Pittsburgh. We'll add to that distinguished list Rogers, as in Mr. Rogers, the man known for his sweaters and sneakers and quiet ways, the man who has created the longest-running children's program on public TV right here in Pittsburgh.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Mr. Rogers has not only entertained kids for years, he's also helped them talk about their feelings and learn about new situations.
Would you be mine?
He taught me how to wash my hands. He taught me how to feed my fish. Taught me not to be mean to anybody.
Many ways to say I love you.
Fred Rogers joins us this morning, and welcome to Today.
Thank you. Good morning, Jane. It's all right if I call you Jane?
All right if I call you Mr.? Mr. Rogers. You know, I was thinking this morning that you represent the very demarcation between one generation and another. My generation's anthem began M-I-C-K-E-Y, and now, no, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Last week we were at Bowling Green State University in Ohio, and as I got up to say a few words at the commencement, all of the commencement class got up and sang, "It's a Beautiful Day in the..." There were 2,000 people singing that song. I was so touched.
You know, they were certainly viewers as children, but what you were telling me just a moment ago is they might still be watching.
Oh, yes. There are a lot of neighborhood viewers who are beyond the age of your twins who watch. Many grandparents even watch, Jane.
Actually, you didn't need to tell me that. I knew that. Knowing that Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is, in fact, in Pittsburgh certainly explains the trolleys. How did you come here?
I was at NBC in New York right after college, working for such programs as The Voice of Firestone and the NBC Opera Theater and the Kate Smith Hour. And I heard that public television was going to begin in Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, here was where the first community-sponsored television program began, the station WQED. And so I applied, and I was one of the first 6 people to begin this station. And nobody wanted to do a children's program. So one of the secretaries and I, her name was Josie Carey, started what's called the Children's Corner. And one of your producers, Cindy, told me that she was an old tame tiger.
Cindy Samuels, yes.
So we may have to have a reunion someday.
You know, it occurs to me that you remind us of how much broadcasting began here, that you could call Pittsburgh the cradle of broadcasting. And sitting next to Fred Rogers, it's ever true. It's a pleasure to meet you. The first time I've ever been able to tell my kids I was interviewing somebody they cared about. Oh, really? They say. Thanks again. We'll be back after station break.
On Matlock, a justice blinded by jealousy turns to murder. Dick Van Dyke is a killer judging his own crime.
It's very strange.
Matlock lays down the law Tuesday.
Mercury Sable's got your style with V6 power and front-wheel drive. And now, on the special limited edition White Knight Sable, you can save hundreds when you buy a preferred equipment package. Let Mercury Sable take you away at your Lincoln Mercury Merkur dealer.
Now get 3.9 annual percentage rate financing or up to $500 cash back. A Family's Dirty Laundry is aired on television today at 4 on The Judge.
As I've already noted, the Pittsburgh Pirates are celebrating their centennial this season. And for 100 years now, they've been a big part of the cultural fabric of the city of Pittsburgh. The Pirates have a rich and storied past, a past that includes the legendary Honus Wagner, considered the best shortstop of all time, and a past that includes the home run prowess of Ralph Kiner.
There it goes, clear right over the scoreboard.
Pittsburgh's championship moments bear some memorable signatures. Bill Mazeroski's ninth-inning home run won the '60 World Series. Roberto Clemente's all-around dominance of the '71 Series. And Willie Stargell's We Are Family leadership that carried the Pirates to their last championship. That was back in 1979.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
Still, all families know hard times, and since '79, Pirate fortunes have taken a turn for the worse. Attendance, never good, suffered even worse when Mills closed down. The team's image suffered when a major baseball drug scandal broke and focused attention on Pittsburgh. And things on the field weren't much better. A series of losing seasons brought expected results and put the club in an economic bind. The Pirates were put up for sale, and there was even talk they'd leave Pittsburgh.
We only drew, I think, 600,000, 700,000 people. We had the drug scandal happen here in Pittsburgh. Had a lot of guys wanted to be traded. They want to play for the Pirates. Just a lot of things happened in '85 that were very, very negative, and that was the toughest year.
But due to some last-minute scrambling and a unique ownership plan, the team was saved. They are still the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I don't see the National League and not having the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. I don't know what other name they can call it. Vermont Pirates or something like New Jersey Pirates. It just doesn't sound the same.
Three men representing the Pirates' past, present, and future fortunes are with us. Former Pirate star Wilver Stargell, Malcolm Prine, the president of the club, and current first baseman Sid Bream. Gentlemen, good morning to all.
Good morning.
Congratulations to you two. First of all, you're coming off a victory against Willie's Atlanta Braves, but we'll talk about that in a minute. How close did this team ever come to really leaving Pittsburgh?
Very close, Bryant. It was very close to not being able to be put together. The ownership that we were able to put together was sort of after all other options had been foreclosed, and it was a very, very close proposition.
Part of the problem, obviously, is because the turnstiles don't click enough. Even in the good times, you guys had trouble drawing. Why? Isn't Pittsburgh a good baseball city?
Well, I've always felt that the move from Oakland to the north side had an awful lot to do with it. It had that unique atmosphere in Oakland where everybody was together. It was very easy to get to, and it created a tradition that I think people was unable to handle once they moved over here. They didn't like the new change, but we've always felt good about playing here.
I saw R.J. Reynolds had a comment the other day, and he said some days you walk out on the field, you wonder if they open the gates. Are you conscious of it when you walk out there? I mean, do you check out the stands?
Well, it's very much a part of it. Basically, after you come back from a road trip where you have 25, 30,000 in the stands, and then you come back and you see maybe 2,500, 5,000 in the stands. I mean, that is when it hurts the most, I would think.
And how big a crunch does it become? I ask this really of the two of you. I mean, how strong is the commitment to staying in Pittsburgh, or is it a matter of, hey, if we can get it going, if we can start to turn a profit, if we can stop losing money, then we'll be here, or is it an open-ended question?
No, I think it's clearly we have to put this franchise in a self-sustaining basis. I think this is a good sports town. I think this is a good baseball town, and I think we will attract the fans we need to stabilize. But we must stabilize the thing financially, Bryant. It can't go on indefinitely in a losing proposition.
Sid, how far away are you from being contenders? Legit.
Well, I tell you right now, I definitely believe we have the offense, the regulars, in order to support a winning ball club. I think our pitching staff, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 starters in our pitching staff, would definitely make us the contenders in the National League.
Wilbur, and is it possible for you to look at the Pirates objectively? I know you wear a Braves uniform day in and day out, but do you still check Pittsburgh's box score with regularity, or do you care?
Without question, and I was telling Sid and Malcolm, the one thing that I really enjoy hearing is the respectability that they have around the league from other ball clubs and the players. They are legitimate contenders. As Sid said, they're just a few people away.
Do you ever see yourself? Would you like to? Here, I'm volunteering you for a job with the president sitting right here. I mean, I know these people would like to see you come back in some capacity, but would you like to come back and work for the Pirates someday?
If I had a choice, this would be my first choice, no question about it. But I'm committed to management now, and I want to grow in that area, so as I was growing up as a player, I wanted the opportunity. It didn't matter what uniform. Yeah. But if I had a choice, I certainly would be here.
See, I just volunteered you. Look for the resume in the mail now.
I've already got the resume worked out.
Thanks a bunch. Sid, thanks. Good luck. We're going to come back in just a moment. There's more ahead from Pittsburgh after this.
It's beautiful. Why?
Why not?
It's not my birthday.
No.
Another woman?
Never.
Well, it matches my dress.
I'll see.
Why?
Oh, you're impossible. Not unattractive, charming, funny.
Are you sure it wasn't your mother's?
Insulting.
But you love me madly.
Give her a diamond and watch the sparks fly.
I love it.
Fed up with dishwasher powder all over your dishes? Break away from powders with Liquid Palm Olive Automatic for a clean that's worth celebrating. Try Liquid Palm Olive Automatic. Now a new lemon, too.
If you got an itch, scratch it.
You did a thing, cuisine, you gave me something new I really like. More satisfaction, new. You did a thing, cuisine, you gave me new ways to eat right. Eating right, more satisfaction, new. You did a lean cuisine, you gave me more, much more. You gave me more, great new taste I never had before. Lean cuisine.
4 new Lean Cuisine entrees, only from Stouffer's.
I haven't got time for the pain.
I used to think being in real estate was hard work, but raising 2 kids is back-breaking work. That's why my pain reliever is Metaprin.
Metaprin has ibuprofen, the prescription ingredient recommended by doctors 2 to 1 over aspirin for body pain, even lower back pain, and it's gentler to your stomach than aspirin.
When you're the mommy, you haven't got time for the pain.
I haven't got time for the pain.
Metaprin, from the makers of Tylenol products.
These days, Pittsburgh is being touted as a new high-tech capital, but in the midst of the modernization, it's comforting to know that there is still room for pleasures that are decidedly low-tech.
I want to dedicate 2 songs to Gary from Jackie.
Dedicated to Gary. Uh-oh. Your cheating heart.
In a worn-in tenement tucked away in Pittsburgh's north side, Helen Retzel is carrying on a tradition her father started in 1929. It's called telephone music, a call-in jukebox service that pipes tunes to local taverns over the phone, a system that would make Rube Goldberg proud.
A little bit of chewing gum and some wires, but it works. I think people are sort of against everything that's computerized. You know, this is a recording, or hang on and we'll put you on hold or whatever. And so it's talking to a real live human being. We say this is a jukebox with a heart.
We like that, jukebox with a heart. There's still much more to come. Jamie Lee Curtis, George Benson, after a station break.
What do you get when you cross a comedy with a drama?
Sounds like life.
Sounds like Molly Dodd.
The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, an uncommon comedy, premieres Thursday.
Very sweet, very juicy, very nice. Come bury yourself for just 75 cents a slice at Eaton Park.
Getting involved with quality home furnishings and decorating are long-term investments. It takes time, patience, and a lot of help. A professional designer has worked on hundreds of homes where you may be working on your first or second. At Today's Home, we know that making good decisions takes time. And having our good selection to choose from, well, that's a plus. We can show you what your room will look like right in our store. Plan now for your future. You and Today's Home. The perfect decorating combination.
Right now, your participating Goodyear retailer has a high-performance tire sale for you on Goodyear Eagles. Buy 3 Eagle ST or GT radials at the regular price. Get a 4th one free. And when you put these Eagle savings on almost any old crate, they can turn it into a performance car. So you better step on it. Because the Goodyear 4 for 3 Eagle sale ends May 23rd. Let Goodyear Value take you home.
Flying pennies on the People's Court today at 5:30.
We're back now at 8 o'clock on this Monday morning, May the 18th, in the city of Pittsburgh. Rather stirring opening. What? Gives you kind of goosebumps. Courtesy of the River City Brass Band. Willard will be getting closer to them a little bit later. Welcome back to Pittsburgh here on this Monday morning. I'm Bryant Gumbel here with Jane Pauley. We're starting our week-long tour of some of this country's more livable cities. Pittsburgh is topping the list, and if you ask Pittsburghers, they'll tell you that one of the secrets is the individual's commitment to their community. We're going to be talking with a gentleman who has that kind of corporate commitment in this half hour. An unusual concept of radio DJs getting involved. Jane?
You were talking about Pittsburgh's Renaissance in our earlier hour. We're talking in this half hour about the second Renaissance, the transition from brawn to brains. Do you know what the #1 industry in Pittsburgh is today? It's higher education. And we'll talk with the presidents of 2 great institutions, the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. We'll also find out why Jamie Lee Curtis has been seen about town.
And we'll also look at some steel towns that really haven't quite adjusted to the fact the mills have been shutting down. And oh yes, George Benson will be stopping by too. He's Pittsburgh's own. He'll play for us. Let's move ahead to the news desk. Back in New York once again is John Palmer. John?
Brian, Jane, thanks. Good morning again. The State Department has formally protested Sunday's Iraqi attack on a Navy frigate, the USS Stark. At least 3 American crewmen were killed, 21 wounded. That's a new figure in the Exocet missile attack. The U.S. officials say the toll is certain to climb. 25 crewmen reported still to be missing. Correspondent Jim Miklaszewski is standing by in our Washington newsroom this morning with the very latest on the situation. Jim?
John, Pentagon officials say the attack was totally unexpected, that the USS Stark didn't have a chance to defend itself against the incoming missiles. Fires continued to burn overnight, hampering rescue efforts for those crewmen still missing. Reports indicate that at least 1, perhaps 2, Exocet missiles slammed into the ship where those missing crewmen were asleep in their berths. 5 crewmen were rescued from the water and airlifted to Bahrain for medical treatment. The attack occurred late Sunday night, Persian Gulf time, some 90 miles off Bahrain. 2 Iraqi F-1 fighter jets each fired a powerful Exocet missile, seen demonstrated here. The radar-guided missiles can be fired from over the horizon and skim the surface of the water as they seek out their target. The missiles wreaked havoc against the British during the Falklands War. The Iraqi jets were apparently not in visual range of the Stark when they fired their missiles. The U.S. says it appears the attack was inadvertent. U.S. officials point out that this attack demonstrates just how dangerous that war-torn Persian Gulf can be. The Stark was part of the Navy's Mideast Task Force assigned to protect U.S. shipping in the Gulf. John?
Thank you, Jim. Elsewhere, there was more violence in South Korea today as demonstrators mark the anniversary of the bloody 1980 uprising in Gwangju. Thousands of student demonstrators threw rocks and firebombs during one clash with police in Gwangju. The police retaliated with tear gas and arrested dozens of students. The demonstrators are demanding government reforms and the ouster of South Korea's President Chung Doo-hwan. Israel's Foreign Minister Shimon Peres is ending his four-day visit to the United States today. He has been lobbying for U.S. support for an international Middle East peace conference, a proposal that has caused a split in the Israeli cabinet. Secretary of State Schultz says the United States will get involved in the peace conference only if that idea wins the support of the Israeli government. In Northern California today, environmentalists are protesting what they call the rape of the redwoods. They're demonstrating against the cutting down of a huge virgin redwood forest. It's the largest old-growth stand of redwoods left in private hands. David Burrington reports now from Scotia, California.
At issue are about a quarter of all the virgin redwoods left in the world. Trees from 200 to 2,000 years old. Pacific Lumber Company used to grow more redwood trees than it logged to provide for future generations, but no longer.
They're just raping the woods. Seems like they just want to take everything and get out.
For 80 years, Pacific Lumber was run by one family, the Murphys. They worried not only about conservation, but about the welfare of their employees. Many generations grew up secure in this company-owned town. But because it was debt-free and had vast resources, Pacific Lumber was ripe for a takeover.
The whole idea of takeovers, if you ask me, it's a malady.
Corporate raider Charles Hurwitz, with the help of $500 million in junk bonds, took over the company's redwood forests. Now the Texas tycoon has started clear-cutting the old redwoods for the first time, rushing lumber production to pay interest on his enormous debt. At this rate, the big trees will be gone in 20 years. There's fear the boom will eventually lead to a bust.
Because the job's in the timber, and if you don't have your timber, why, you ain't gonna have no job.
The radical environmental group Earth First is protesting the logging speed up, and a bill that would spread the increase over 5 years is under consideration in the California legislature. David Burrington, NBC News, Scotia, California.
A little past 6 minutes after the hour now. Back to Pittsburgh and Brian Gumbel.
All right, John Palmer, thanks very much. Time once again for a check of the weather. Let's go across the Allegheny, the other side. And Willard Scott is still holding court aboard the Majestic. Willard.
Hey, thank you, Brian. I'm on the Pittsburgh side. You're on the North Shore side. And La Grata. We want to thank La Grata for being so good to us. They've helped us out during this morning. They've fed us. They've been like a mother to us. And we thank them so much. We're on board the Majestic, this magnificent cruise ship. Hi there. Hello. Hello. Anyway, we want the captain to say hello this morning. Captain Jack Gessling, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Willard, and we don't want you to get a little sunburn here. Get that hat on there. It's official captain's hat from the Gateway Clipper. And
you've been sailing the seas for a while, Merchant Marine?
Oh, Merchant Marine, Second World War, about 10 years on the Great Lakes and 30 years here on the rivers.
Which is the toughest, the Atlantic, the Great Lakes, or the
North Atlantic?
The North, without question. But you take tours up and down the river now, and isn't that right? This ship holds quite a few people, doesn't it?
She's 1,000 passenger, and she'll be operating here in the Pittsburgh area. We have all sorts of trips, dinner trips, dance trips, charters, parties, you name it, we can do it.
Well, you have been most gracious to us. We've had more fun. This is my favorite spot on the top side. Being an old Navy man, I managed to get up the ladder top side. Thank you so much, Captain. By your leave, sir, I'm going to do the weather, and I'll be right back.
Thank you, and I'll hold this for you till you're through.
Oh, that's got a jacket. Great. I'll take that with great affection. And in the wintertime, it'll be worn with dignity and dexterity. Let's check the Weather Act this morning and see what we have. For our thousands of weather fans, it will be considerably cooler in the northeastern states today and also cooler in the Sacramento Valley of California. How about that? Sacramento is our pick city of the day at about 75 degrees. Also look out for heavy fog this morning in the northern Rockies, the northern plains. There it'll be cooler, 30 to 40 degrees cooler than it has been. The big weather story, though, is soggy and heavy rain expected in the mid-Atlantic states, even where we are in Pittsburgh. The sun is out this morning. It's beautiful, but by later today, we're calling for heavy thunder showers and a good chance of some strong gusty winds. Also the Mississippi, the Ohio, and the Tennessee Valley, and the Great Lakes in the southeastern states. Here's what's happening in your world this morning.
Morning sunshine, afternoon, evening showers, and thunderstorms. High of 80 today. Join us on Channel 11 News for our AccuWeather forecast.
So many exciting things happening in Pittsburgh. Go ahead, gang. You're having your folk festival, right?
Yes, folk festival Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend.
And you gave me a bottle of Yugoslav...
Horuskevich.
Horuskevich. Go get him, gang. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Chico Balacinto, Ronche, Ruska, Linda Palacinto, hoi, hoi, wing,
We're back on the other side at 9 past the hour. You know, Pittsburghers will tell you that community spirit is a big part of why this city is now today so successful. For one local radio station, that spirit includes making house calls. Chuck Woodson and the staff of WAMO figure they have a mission. As one of Pittsburgh's top radio stations, the people of WAMO use their power to fight drug abuse in schools around the city.
I've heard people refer to people of your age as the lost generation. I refuse to lose you. We at WAMO refuse to lose you. There's someone that cares. Don't ever think that there's no one that cares when you have a problem. There's somebody you can talk to. And if you exhaust all resources, 471-2181, WAMO Radio. Ask for me.
Still, it's not all serious. DJ Tyrone Miller brings a party when he comes to the cafeteria.
Wilkinsburg Senior High School, how you doing? All of the seniors, how are you?
I think it's good because most of the people listen to the radio. You know, a lot of people listen to the station, and that should help get more information to everyone.
They don't quite look at you like they look at their parents. Because you're playing their music, they kind of trust you, and you feel good about that. If you can get these kids to trust you, usually you can get them to listen to you.
Roger Fairfax is Vice President, General Manager of WAMO, which also sponsors an Explorers Troop and has adopted an elementary school. And what else are you involved in?
We do a whole lot of things, Brian. The type just screen is kind of a weekly event for us, and it's important. It's important to us because we all have kids. Folks at WAMO and the Sheridan Broadcasting Network have about 50 kids between us all, and they have to go into a you saw, and we want to make sure that that world is better than the one we have now.
Is it essential as a business proposition from your point of view?
I think so. It makes all the business sense in the world. We're talking about an advertising business that's dependent on consumers. Kids who have problems become adults who have problems, and lower income, and there you have it. This economy is so interdependent that we have to make this kind of investment.
How do you avoid then being judgmental about other corporations, other outfits that don't get involved as actively as
we don't
you do?
avoid. We make sure that wherever we get a chance, just like on shows like this, that we recommend highly that folks get involved. So
how do you pick your causes?
Pardon?
How do you pick your causes?
Sometimes people will call us up. We'll get the kind of mail that warrants our attention. In this particular instance, drug abuse, we're involved with other community organizations that are heavily involved because it's a big problem.
I understand where DJs are involved also, that you have a strict code of conduct that, that they must apply to?
That's right.
What does that entail?
They're role models. We ask them not to smoke. We ask them to curtail their drinking out in public and that type of thing. We ask them to go out to the schools and make the kind of impression on the kids, get out from behind the microphone and tell them how they got where they are, so that they can have successful role models.
You ever interview a guy and a guy say, hey, no thanks, I mean, I don't need all that?
Oh, yeah.
It has happened?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let me play devil's advocate with you. I mean, where do you get off telling a guy he can't smoke?
Well, he's working for me, so when we sign a paycheck...
So as long as you're paying his paycheck?
That's right.
You're a guy who was raised in D.C., you went to school at Harvard. Why Pittsburgh? I mean, how does a Roger Fairfax have
I had been in Pittsburgh for a couple of years, quite by accident, in the early 70s. And when I went back to Harvard and finished up there, I could have gone anywhere I wanted to. And I remember that Pittsburgh was a friendly town. The people were very honest and open. And I said, you know, it's a decent town. It was a good town, and let's go back there.
Are you prepared to say this is home for life?
It's home for life.
And you're trying to make it better?
Yeah.
I hope it's paid dividends for WAMO along the way.
Has.
That's not the motivation, but it does work, doesn't
it? Yes.
Roger, it's good seeing you.
Thanks for
very
having
much,
us, Brian. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
My pleasure. Thank you. It's been very kind of you. We're going to continue to talk on Pittsburgh's high-tech turnaround in just a moment. First, we'll take a break. This is a special edition of Today on NBC.
Next to low prices, clothing is our claim to fame.
Nobody we know of has full a figure like Hills.
every fashion category we have for junior and misses, we have for the fuller figure. We've got all kinds of selections, from foundations to fashion looks. We have more than any other store we know of. Lots more. Price low every day. Fuller figure fashion. No other store even comes close.
Because next to low prices, clothing is our claim to fame.
The mission of Mercy is plain and simple.
At Mercy, we believe that people,
all people, are sacred and worthy of care, dignified care.
Care that involves the whole person, mentally, physically, spiritually.
It's plain and simple. Mercy believes that people should care for people, and we do.
This ad is not for veterans only. The Veterans Administration has over 300 homes for sale to the general public. Don't rent, own your own home. No points to pay, no hidden closing costs. Just a 2% down payment and minimal closing costs required. Loan qualifications are quick and simple. Look at the low fixed interest rate the VA is currently offering to all qualified buyers. Contact the VA at 281-4233 or see your local real estate broker.
A burst of data, and then a pause. Another burst, another pause. That's the accepted, inefficient nature of data transmission. But at Bell Atlantic, we found a way to fill those wasteful pauses. Now, many companies can share the use and the cost of expensive data lines. Managing communications technologies to meet your needs, that's what sets us apart. The companies of Bell Atlantic. We make technology work for you.
On After 8, Pittsburgh's second renaissance. When the mills started to close, the city faced a real crisis of survival, and so did every laid-off worker. Here is one steel worker's story.
My name is Larry Prisbilla. I'm 33 years old. I started working in the mill in August of '72 and got laid off Christmas Eve of 1981. Went into work that night, and up on the board, when they posted our schedule, it just said no further work available. It was kind of tough. There wasn't really a whole lot out there, and there were plenty of unemployed people out there looking for anything that they could find. I had a valuable lesson. I worked at an all-night restaurant, and I washed dishes for a minimum wage. And that's enough driving force to get you to go do something else.
And this ties right in with...
Well, I didn't know what to expect at first, since I'd never been in college. The first couple of weeks was a little overwhelming, trying to figure out what you were doing. But I enjoyed it. I liked going to school. I didn't know what I wanted to do, really, at the beginning. So I thought, well, let's give the healthcare field a try. And then once I got into nursing, decided, well, this isn't too bad. I liked working with people, and it was interesting. Our last day of finals, it was like you knew it was over. School was finally finished. When you started, or when I started, which was 3 years prior to that, I thought, my God, will I ever get through? It seems so far, it just seems so far in advance. I thought, this day will never come. It just will never come. And when we took our last final, it was like, that's it. The biggest difference, if any, that there's always somebody new at the hospital. When you worked in a mill, you know, you could be on the same job for 2-3 months. But in the hospital, you have a turnover all the time of patients. People in the same situation, you do different things. It just depends on attitude. I think that everybody should give themselves that opportunity to be able to expand. You really do have it in you if you want to. And that's something important that I learned. I didn't know that I could do this. It's what you have to look forward to that makes you go on. It's hard. It's not easy, but you can do it. You really can do it.
In a way, Larry Prisbilla's story of moving from steel to medicine is Pittsburgh's story as well. Two men who helped bring high-tech to Pittsburgh are the presidents of Pittsburgh's two largest universities, Wesley Pasvar of the University of Pittsburgh, just turned 200, by the way, and Dr. Richard Syatt of Carnegie Mellon. And good morning, both of you.
Morning. Good morning.
Dr. Pasvar, people aren't going to believe this, and I've already said it, that the largest industry today in Pittsburgh is higher education. Would you put that in some kind of context for me?
Well, higher education means not only training the thousands of professionals, managers, teachers, lawyers, but it also means bringing research and development, job-creating situations here. My institution will produce probably $500 million of sponsored research in the next 5 years. Carnegie Mellon will do something like that. We have new institutes, centers. The cooperation between these two universities and applied research is phenomenal. We have brought together here a cancer institute, a supercomputer center, new kinds of laboratories. High technology is the wave of the future, and the research university and all the remaining components of higher education and the 10 or so other institutions are part of that tremendous asset.
Dr. Sire, to amplify another surprising fact, the world's most powerful computer is here in Pittsburgh. How did you get it here, and what does that hold for the future?
Well, one of the things that you should know is that Carnegie Mellon's computer science department is probably the outstanding department in the country, and we have attracted a tremendous number of computers. We have the Software Engineering Institute, which has come here. It's part of the Defense Department's aim to try to get the best software available and to try to increase productivity for software programmers. So all of this is part of the context. I think that we're probably the leading city in the world in terms of computers.
What's wrong with this picture? 40,000 laid-off steelworkers. Where do they fit in?
Well, I think that the problem of the mill town is a generic problem. We're studying this around the world compared to other advanced industrial societies. We're all undergoing transformations. Our transformation in Pittsburgh entails high technology and retraining, as the nurse that we just heard about. But there does remain misery. I think we're in a position to help redesign, reconstruct these towns in new political and economic ways. But high technology, the jobs that will come from high technology, we, for example, think that our institution will have a national leadership role in biotechnology, whatever that means. We have the leading transplantation center in the world today, medical sciences, medical services. These will create, we're looking at our institution to 4,000 or 5,000 new jobs. This will not help the suffering people.
We're going to have to leave it at that for now, Dr. Syed, but thank you. I'm impressed. Didn't know a lot about Pittsburgh, but I do know it now. This is Today on NBC from Pittsburgh.
Glacier Bay, Alaska, and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Glacier Bay means the one and only Alaskan king crab, sweet, fresh, and big. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer, cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer, and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place, an Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee, and Old Milwaukee Light.
Hey guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
And now, more T. Marzetti's salad ventures. Begin with a leafy bed of bok choy and spinach. Add Chinese pea pods, water chestnuts, and shredded carrots, delicate broccoli florets, and enoki mushrooms. Top it all with the delicious tang of T. Marzetti's fresh buttermilk ranch dressing. You'll find a tempting selection of T. Marzetti's dressings refrigerated fresh in your grocer's produce department. For salad ventures, it's T. Marzetti's.
The water from this faucet is hot enough to scald you. But unlike any other faucet, this one has the brains to tell you. The Ceramix Electronics from American Standard. It's the first faucet that takes its own temperature. If that's not a big enough reason to get the Ceramix Electronics, consider this small one. See all our innovative faucets and fixtures at our Pittsburgh showplace, Ross Street.
Mervis Motors, Shady Side. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
There are a few cities around this country that are instantly identifiable by the manner in which people get around. New Orleans has its riverboats, San Francisco has its cable cars, and here in Pittsburgh, there are the inclines. Around the tail end of the 19th century, the inclines were state-of-the-art rapid transit, a dependable cable railway system that could negotiate Pittsburgh's steep terrains. At one time, there were 30 inclines around this city. Today, just 2 have survived, the Monongahela and the Duquesne, which will be 110 years old this coming Wednesday. We've still got a lot more to come from Pittsburgh. Stopping by will be Jamie Lee Curtis and also Mike Farrell. They're shooting a movie here in Pittsburgh. They'll be telling us about that. And one of Pittsburgh's own, George Benson, will be coming by to sing us some songs. We're on the banks of the Allegheny. We're seeing some strange sights in Pittsburgh. We'll come back in just a moment. 25 past the hour. Station.
Neon Nights.
Good morning to you. It's 8:25 on this Monday morning, May the 18th. You're looking at a live eye picture of the set of the Today Show here on the city's North Shore near the 7th Street Bridge, where co-host Brian Gumble and Jane Pauley are broadcasting live to the nation from our #1 city. Good morning to you. I'm Della Cruz, here live on the North Shore as well with Dennis Bowman joining me. Good morning.
Good morning, Della. Had a commercial on a little while ago that said, hey guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
And I believe that.
It pretty much sums it up this morning, doesn't it?
It sure does. We had a lot of folks to come down and enjoy the weather and the Today Show. And Jack Edsel is down there with him to fill us in. Jack, what's going on?
Well, good morning again, Della. Who are you?
Lorraine Morgan.
Lorraine, what do you do?
I work at Ketchum Advertising.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Diane Ritter.
Diane, you having fun?
Yes.
What about the show? You enjoying yourself?
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the show?
Being here today. This is wonderful. It's a beautiful.
Can we see you if you stand up?
I think so.
Tell me about being here today.
The best part of being here today?
Sure.
Watching Brian Gumble in person.
Oh, yeah? Is this your husband next to you?
No.
Oh, so you can get by with saying that, can't you? Okay. Hi, Rita. I know you. Are you enjoying yourself?
I sure am, Jack. Great day.
Good. Good show?
Very good.
Okay. Back to you, Della.
Thanks, Jack. I came down here, too, by myself to see Brian Gumble in person. We'll have more on the AccuWeather forecast with Dennis in a moment.
It was a great vacation until the car broke down on Thursday. The mechanic said it'd be cheaper to buy a new one. He sounded desperate when he called me from Dallas. I got the information for his loan application over the phone and sent him the contract overnight. It only cost me a few dollars. Then Reed wired the money to the car dealer's bank account. I had my new car on Monday. Home or away, I know I can count on First Seneca Bank.
The style that is from the south of France. Romantic, sophisticated, alluring. Today's Home introduces the south of France, a remarkable collection of quality home furnishings, echoing country French ambiance. Visit Today's Home soon and see the south of France collection. Only at Today's Home, 3 convenient Pittsburgh locations.
If you're like me, I'm so glad this Monday started off on a sunny note, Dennis.
Della, do you realize it has been 72 hours since we even saw a cloud over this city?
No.
Azure blue skies for 3 consecutive days, and we're starting it out just wonderfully well once again as our city gets the attention that it so richly deserves. Here's our forecast, our AccuWeather forecast, as you enjoy a view of the city there. 67 degrees right now, winds are calm, and relative humidity goes to 60%, pressure still rising at 3001. And it's just hard to conceive that the weather could go downhill. AM sunshine, PM thunderstorms, a high of 80 degrees today. I think it's going to be late this afternoon, this evening. You see the showers and the thunderstorms come in. Low tonight, 60 degrees, cooler behind the advancing cold front. And for tomorrow, still some showers and thunderstorms around a high of 70 degrees. Again, hard to believe it's going to go downhill, but it's wonderful now, isn't it?
Sure is. And that's it for now. Dave and Marissa will be back here on the North Shore today at noon. Be sure to join them. Have a good day.
It was one of the biggest games of the season, the game they'd all been waiting for. It was everything. But it rained and rained. Then, as showers gave way to gray skies and mud, an idea struck the North Hills High School athletic director to dry off the field with Chopper 11. Now, we can't make a difference in everyone's lives, but that night, 2 championship teams took the field at North Hills High School. Every day, there are more and more reasons to watch Channel 11 News.
The minute I found the lump, I knew it was different. I am really scared.
When my doctor said I had cancer, my whole system shut down. All I could think about was who's going to take care of the kids if I'm not around. Point is, you found it early.
Mammogram. You found yours early, too.
Yeah, that was Christmas 6 years ago. I was 37.
And you're okay now.
Each day, we're finding more ways to beat cancer at McGee.
I've done more with my life in the last 6 years than I ever thought I would.
Right now, your participating Goodyear retailer has a high-performance tire sale for you on Goodyear Eagles. Buy 3 Eagle ST or GT radials at the regular price. Get a 4th one free. And when you put these Eagle savings on almost any old crate, they can turn it into a performance car. So you better step on it. Because the Goodyear 4 for 3 Eagle sale ends May 23rd. Let Goodyear Value take you home.
Complete election coverage of the 87 primary tomorrow on Night Beat.
We've been spending an awful lot of our time this morning talking about the success story that Pittsburgh has become. But not all of this area's more than 2,000 people are sharing in that success story. Our freelance reporter, John Alpert, is going to be stepping in a moment with a report on some outlying steel towns where unemployment is high and hopes are low. Jane?
Well, nobody's ready to call this Hollywood East, but they do make movies here in Pittsburgh. Flashdance, The Deer Hunter, Mrs. Soulful come to mind. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis and Mike Farrell are here in Pittsburgh shooting a movie right now, and in this half hour, we'll ask them why Pittsburgh.
A lot of great musicians have called Pittsburgh home, too. Among them, a gentleman who used to work the street corners around here back when he was known as Little Georgie Benson. He's grown up, a big feller now. We're going to be hearing from him. Let's get to the news desk. Back in New York again, John Palmer.
Thanks, Bryant. As we have been reporting this morning, in the Persian Gulf, the American frigate, the USS Stark, is moving under its own power, limping into port this morning after being attacked in what the Pentagon believes to have been a case of mistaken identity. At least 3 crewmen are known to have died in the attack. 25 others are missing. 21 of the crewmen were hurt, and an Air Force plane with a team of doctors aboard has been sent to Bahrain in the Persian Gulf to help out. The Stark was hit by 1 and possibly 2 Exocet missiles fired by Iraqi warplanes. It's the first time that an American warship has been hit in the Iran-Iraq war. The State Department has issued a strong protest, and Secretary of State Schultz has demanded a full accounting from the Iraqis.
This event underscores once more the seriousness of the Iran-Iraq war, not only to the countries directly involved, but to others. Shows how easily it escalates, and it underlines once more the seriousness of the tensions that exist in the Middle East.
Iraq this morning issued its first official statement on the attack. A spokesman for the foreign ministry in Baghdad said Iraqi officials are not sure whether their planes carried out the attack. An investigation has been ordered by Iraqi President Saddam Hussein. Thousands of students clashed this morning with riot police in South Korea. The students had gathered to mark the 7th anniversary of another student uprising, one in which almost 200 people died. The students today threw rocks and firebombs at police, who fired back with tear gas. Several of the students were taken into custody after police broke up the demonstration. In southeast Texas, officials will resume the search today near Beaumont for 4 people missing after a boat collision on Sunday. The boats carrying spectators hit head-on during a boat race on the Neches River, sending the 4 people overboard and injuring at least 10 others. At least 15 people were injured last night in Houston when their bus drove into the path of an oncoming freight train. Some of the passengers were hospitalized, but police said most of the injuries were minor. According to police, the city bus driver pulled around a lowered crossing gate when he saw a train stopped on the tracks, but he was hit by a train coming from the other direction. 33 and a half after the hour in New York. Now, one more time, back to Brian Gumbel in Pittsburgh.
All right, John, thanks very much. Lest you think I've headed for a rendering of Dante's Inferno, rest assured, this is just the sculpture garden over here on the North Shore. Willard Scott has a check of the weather in just a moment. We come back to Pittsburgh. And then John Alpert takes a visit to some steel towns where the future isn't very good. We'll come back in a moment after this.
In the morning, in the evening, Carnival's got the fun. Not much money, but oh honey, Carnival's got the fun. It's such a good time, we're spreading the news, 'cause there's just no time like a Carnival cruise. Sunny weather, all together, Carnival's got the fun.
Take a 3, 4, or 7-day cruise on Carnival, the most popular cruise line in the world.
What you doing, Mr. Marita?
Morning ritual. First I stand on my head to clear the mind. Then I drink New Tang. The all-natural flavor of orange refreshes the body.
Can we try it? The new Tang, not the upside-down stuff.
Sure. Half a ritual's better than none.
New Tang Breakfast Beverage Crystals. No preservatives, just a big orange taste.
Mr. Marita, what's a ritual?
An excuse to drink New Tang.
Ka'anapali Beach, Hawaii, a paradise in the sun. To Ron Rice, creator of Hawaiian Tropic Sun Care products, this is the lab. A place to test his natural Royal Dark Tanning Oil, his swim and sun lotion. Its protection won't wash off, even in the ocean. Whatever your skin type, there's a Hawaiian Tropic for you. For baby faces and tender places, for luscious lips and sexy spaces. Make friends with the sun. Use the Hawaiian Tropic family of sun care products.
As we approach 8:36, we postpone Willard Scott's weather check for just a minute to get another taste of the River City Brass Band.
76 trombones make a heck of a noise. Bob Burnett, how sweet it is. The country's only professional brass band. Ladies and gentlemen, I applaud you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Cut. We can go home now.
All right.
You got a concert coming up, too, right?
Actually, it's a River City picnic this Sunday out at Hartwood Acres.
And you got the big folk festival here.
That's right.
The beautiful people from Yugoslavia gave me some schnitzel. I ate some of that.
Very good.
But I haven't had any shoe fly pie and apple pandowny.
That's Lancaster County. You're in the wrong part of the state.
I'll see you in about an hour. I'm
That's
gonna go
right.
back.
Okay.
Well, good luck with the concert. And you're gonna play us off in a few minutes, right?
That's right. Yep.
You all are dynamite. The suits are due back at 12 o'clock, so we have to hurry up.
Okay, fine. You're going to join us, aren't you?
I'm going to join you. Let's check the act this morning and see what we have. Much cooler in the northeastern states today, and where they had a record-breaking heat wave in Minneapolis, temperatures are only going to be in the 70s today, but up to 92 yesterday and over the weekend. How about that? Also, look out for some flash flooding, a good possibility today with some strong thunder showers, even right here in beautiful Pittsburgh, the central and western part of Pennsylvania, the Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, and a little bit of the same thing around parts of the lower Great Lakes. Speaking of the UP of Michigan, it was cool this morning, 38 degrees up in Marquette. So just the western states are still good, but I mean, I say still good. They've always been fantastic, but they're much milder than they have been. Temperatures have dropped considerably in the west, especially the northern and central Rockies. Sacramento's our pick city at 73, and here's what's happening in your world this morning.
AM sunshine, afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, and a high of 80, says AccuWeather. I'm Bill Cardill. Join us on Channel 11 News for the latest weather information.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a ball we've had in Pittsburgh. We will be, of course, in Nashville coming tomorrow. And I want to thank the University of Virginia Children's Hospital for a lovely day on Friday down in Charlottesville. And I want to get my hair cut by the same barber that cuts Roy Ecuff's hair. I need a haircut tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Burnett and the fantastic River City Brass Band.
As we have noted several times this morning, Pittsburgh has fought its way back from the brink of economic disaster twice in this century. But today, contributing correspondent John Alpert has visited some of the other towns in and around Pittsburgh, and he says not all of them can make the same boast. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, basically, the steel towns along the river here and the thousands of people who worked in them have been swept under the carpet during the Renaissance. And Gary Patton is a man who worked as a carpenter in the steel mills for 15 years, but then they closed the factory and he lost his job.
This is Melissa. And this is Susan.
Oh, how are you?
Hi.
Uh-huh.
And this is Christine.
Hi. And when did you get laid off from your job?
August 16th, 1984.
When you worked in the mill, you have everything that you want, and now it's you can't even get the things you need. Now. So Christine needs a bed.
Is that your bed, Chrissy? When was the last time you bought any furniture?
I would say within 10 years we haven't bought furniture.
Really? When was the last time Mommy got you some new clothes? When you went to the store and got some new clothes, can you remember? A long time ago? Yeah?
Yeah.
The abandoned factories go on mile after mile.
That's all
the way down the river.
All the way down the river. As soon as this mill, as soon as it ends in Duquesne, it'll pick up on the other side in McKee. It'll be the McKeesport Works, and it also shut down. Along Monongahela River, you find nothing but a graveyard of rust and decaying steel mills.
No, look at the fall.
Came up these stairs for 15 years. And down there, Missy, Chrissy, see that blue house there? That's where your grandfather used to guard. He used to work there. And see all this fencing and decking? Daddy put all this in. This used to be a steel plant employing about 7,000 people. Looks like somebody dropped a neutron bomb on this plant. Now it's empty, deserted. Idle. You could walk up to anybody on the street and they would say they used to work here.
I was an inspector for United States Steel and 36 years with them. And we were just terminated February the 1st.
I worked for LTV Steel for 24 years. They officially closed down our plant June last year, 1986.
My grandfather started at Duquesne Works around 1900. He worked there for almost 50 years. My father worked there for 46 years. Incidentally, my father was killed as a result of working in a mill, and I worked in a mill for 20 years. So the end of a family tradition. They had to shut down the mill to get rid of us.
This town used to have 3 different theaters. You could picture everything all painted and people on the streets. That's the way it was. This is a part of Pittsburgh a lot of people don't know about. They built this parochial school in 1963, and everything's empty. This is a beautiful building, but the people that built it can't afford to send their children here because most of them were steel workers, and they lost their jobs. There's not as many trains running as before. And the train station's even for sale.
Does it open? No. It doesn't open? What is this building here, Gary? What is this?
This is the Clerk police station.
It's the police station?
Yeah.
But how come it's locked?
The police are all laid off. There aren't any police.
A lot of houses for sale?
1, 2, 3, 4 on this block alone are for sale.
Really?
For sale.
Mostly folks who used to work in the mill?
Yes. Uh-huh.
This is the Rainbow Kitchen. We come here, we're allowed to get food here once every 60 days.
This one has a Garfield in there. They're the same. It's the same Fruit Loops. Okay, you want to put them in the bag?
Dolores, how many people come here for free food?
Well, when we first started out, it was 250 families, and now that figure has escalated to over 1,000 families that come here. Right.
Have you always worked here in the kitchen?
No, I was a bricklayer helper for U.S. Steel. I started in 1974.
You were a steel worker too?
Yes. 1974, I was the first woman bricklayer helper.
You got laid off?
Yes, in 82.
I'm confused. You lost your job. Gary lost his job. His wife's picking through the used clothing bin for something to wear. But everybody keeps on telling us that Pittsburgh's the most livable, desirable city in the country.
It might be desirable for the yuppies, but people here are suffering. They need help.
How do you say the most livable? Are you talking able to walk down the street at 11 o'clock at night without being mugged, or able to walk down the street at 11 o'clock without a dime in your pocket. But as far as the job market goes, it's not there.
What happens to a guy like Gary Patton? Yeah.
Gary Patton, a man who worked all his life, goes on welfare. They got a whole town after town. They've created a welfare state out there in the Monongahela Valley.
What kind of a future does he have? I mean, is there any hope on any end?
Well, one thing that's interesting, a lot of the workers are banding together and they're trying to open up some of the more modern mills that were shut down. You know, they just walked away from some very modern plants. If these factories could be reopened, it could bring hope back to the valley.
How many Gary Pattons are there out there?
There's thousands, the whole town. It's really sad.
All right, John, thanks a bunch. Jane's back in just a moment with Jamie Lee Curtis, Mike Farrell, right after this.
Strike up the music,
Where does it hurt?
Here.
For indigestion, heartburn, and gas, nobody does as much as Malox Plus. Dose for dose, it neutralizes more than any regular strength antacid and dissolves gas. Nobody does as much as Malox Plus.
Hey, Chris, can't go surfing dressed like that.
Can't today. Going home.
Home? I thought you were staying all week.
Mom wanted ice cream last night. Dad couldn't find our money.
What'd he lose it?
Somebody stole it.
I'm sorry. We'll see you next summer, though, huh?
Yeah.
It could happen to you right here in the U.S., so don't carry cash. Carry American Express traveler's checks. Don't leave home without them.
Presenting the faucet. Funny thing about faucets, you might think they're all the same until you look into a Price Vista faucet. Price Vista faucets are, in a word, fabulous. Since they have a heart of solid brass, the fact is they hold up better and longer. No fooling. Nice, too. They're affordable. So when you're faced with getting a faucet, get a Price Vista, the fabulous faucet with the funny name.
Tell all the world.
That label stands for quality.
It stands for fashion, and it stands for America.
And that's why it matters.
So ask for and buy made in the USA.
Tell all the world America matters to you.
Well, it doesn't yet have the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, and no, you won't see an enormous Pittsburgh sign in the hills surrounding the city, but this place is becoming a mecca for filmmakers.
This is going to be extremely painful, Mr.
One of those filmmakers is the titan of terror, director George Romero, who's made a commitment to shoot all his films here in Pittsburgh. And Romero isn't alone. The highly acclaimed Deer Hunter was filmed in and around these parts. And the surprise hit Flashdance, it was here that Jennifer Beals danced her heart out. And the list goes on and on. It could be an exaggeration to call Pittsburgh the Hollywood of the East, but as long as there are lights and cameras, this town will be ready for action. Two of the latest stars to come here are Jamie Lee Curtis and Mike Farrell, who are making a picture called Dominic and Eugene. And good morning, both of you.
Hello. Hi, Jamie.
Mike, you actually picked Pittsburgh over some others that you surveyed. What draws a filmmaker to this city?
Well, for us, Pittsburgh is the perfect representation of the new and the old. We were looking for that combination because our story deals with two brothers, one of whom represents each aspect of life. And the old neighborhoods in the South Side were perfect for us for where the area where these kids grew up, and the new technology that you see represents the possibilities for one of them to get out of that life and go on to become a medical practitioner.
Jamie Lee, I just got to ask him, please be candid with me. Your friends in showbiz, how did they react when you say I'm spending 10 weeks in Pittsburgh?
Not well. Not well. And it's a shame, actually, because you get sort of a predetermined idea of what a place is. I think we all have that image of smokestacks and gray skies, and it's so unlike that here.
You have a new opinion of Pittsburgh?
Well, I really had no opinion before because I'd never been here, but I drove through this, the Fort Pitt Tunnel Bridge as you come into the city, and it was at night, and you're in sort of a mountain, and you're coming through this tunnel, and all of a sudden you get shot out of this tunnel, and all of a sudden Three River Stadium was lit up, and the whole downtown and the rivers had all joined at this triangle, and it was all bright and lights, and it was almost like Apocalypse Now. It was all very strange and wonderful, and I thought, how great. You know that scene where Martin Sheen comes up and everything's going on?
Yeah,
it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
No, it was very alive and...
Oh, why, thank you.
You said the secret word.
She'll do anything for applause. No, Mike Farrell, what's your movie about, Dominic and Eugene? What's the story?
Well, it's a story about two brothers, orphaned, who are raised by the community in a small, poor community in Pittsburgh. One of them is brain damaged as a result of an injury in his youth. The story is set when they're in their mid-20s, and what we find is that Dominic, who's the brain damaged one, has been working on a garbage truck and putting his normal brother, Eugene, through medical school, who was almost about to be a doctor, wherein he meets Jennifer, who is another incumbent doctor. And some of the stresses that set in are, can one go off into a new life and take his, you know, this brother that represents trouble,
They're
represents
twins.
a lot of things with him.
The story sort of came over the transom.
Sort of, yeah. When I was doing MASH a few years ago, I got a letter from a kid who said he had written a story and nobody would read it. And he had read that I was an ex-Marine and he was an ex-Marine, and would I at least read his story? And I wrote him back and said, sure, if you don't mind my taking some time. You know, I get an awful lot of stuff to read. And it took some months, and I read that and criticized it and sent it back to him, said I didn't think it was going to work. And a while later, he wrote me again and said, you were the only one kind enough to read my story. Here's another one. And it was Dominic and Eugene.
And I'll bet you're going to get some more over the transom after that story.
I'm going to get Pittsburgh sweatshirts. He's going to get scripts in.
Jamie Lee, you're a new mommy.
Yes, I have a little 5-month-old daughter.
And her name is?
Annie.
And she's here in Pittsburgh?
My husband is here. My daughter's here. They're back at, we rented a house in Shadyside.
How is it? Being a family.
It's wonderful. It's actually, I didn't know how it would be traveling. And I specifically wanted a neighborhood, you know, to rent a house in rather than staying maybe at a hotel or with the rest of the crew at the hotel. And we're staying in this lovely neighborhood, and we have, you know,
It really is
we
called
take walks.
Shadyside.
It's Shadyside of trees.
Isn't
we
that
take walks every day, and it's really quite lovely.
Well, thank you both.
It's a pleasure.
Do you say good luck making the picture or whatever?
Can't miss.
We say go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work. Not
to
you. We've got more program to show you. We'll be back after a station break.
Friday, you're invited to join host Dick Van Dyke, Kate Nally's Jane Curtin, and Amen Sherman Hemsley in a 24-karat birthday bash for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
The mission of Mercy is plain and simple.
At Mercy, we believe that people,
all people, are sacred and worthy of care, dignified care.
care that involves the whole person.
Mentally, physically, spiritually.
It's plain and simple. Mercy believes that people should care for people, and we do.
The $100,000 Pyramid, tonight at 7:30, here on Channel 11.
We're back now in Pittsburgh, where a lot of folks in music got their start, right? Billy Eckstein, Lena Horne, Henry Mancini, and the gentleman who joins us today, that's George Benson. It's always good seeing you, pal. How you been?
Thank you. Oh, I've been doing fantastic.
You used to sing on the street corners here as Little Georgie Benson?
Everybody knows me here as Little Georgie Benson.
How little were you? I mean, 4, 7, 8?
I started when I was about 4 or 5.
Really?
And I was on street corners when I was 7 with my ukulele, making money. And one morning when my mother woke me up for school, she found all this money under my pillow. She said, "Where did you get this?" Because I had as much money under my pillow that I made in one night.
Really?
That she used to make in 2 weeks working at a hospital.
What, you just put the hat out in front there as a street musician?
My cousin used to pass the hat.
How good were you back then?
I don't know. Hanging in there.
Mom still lives here, right?
Yes, and I love her so much.
Yeah, so you come back here with regularity.
Yes.
What are you going to play for us today?
Well, we're going to do a little bit of breezing for you, because it seems appropriate.
You want me to get out of the way? I said. I will.
All right.
Mr. George Benson. Let me make note that George has a new album coming out in the fall that he's doing with Earl Klug. It'll be all music, no lyrics. We're going to come back in just a moment. Some final notes from Pittsburgh for a Monday morning right after these messages. Thank you, George.
Are we off?
A woman can learn a lot just by watching other women. A lot of ways to use Johnson's baby oil. How to smooth it on your legs for easier shaving. Or on wet skin to soften a shoulder. Or on your eyes. So where will you use Johnson's baby oil?
Everywhere I want to feel beautiful.
Johnson's baby oil. All your beauty needs in one bottle from Johnson & Johnson.
That'll do it. Who wants grapefruit juice?
I'll pass.
It's good for you.
I know, but...
Lots of vitamin C?
Yeah, but
the taste? Here, try this. Ocean Spray Pink Grapefruit Juice Cocktail. It's tangy, smoother, sweeter.
This is grapefruit juice?
It's Ocean Spray Pink Grapefruit Juice Cocktail.
It's not bitter.
And it's not just good for you, it's good. Ocean Spray good.
10 years ago, Honda gave the automotive world a moving target. The Honda Accord. Since then, car makers the world over have taken their best shots at hitting the combination of engineering, workmanship, performance, and price. They've all missed.
My father died of a heart attack, so I asked my doctor how to help keep my heart healthy. He recommended a low-fat, low-cholesterol diet, moderate exercise, and Cardio Omega-3 capsules. Why Cardio Omega-3? It's an easy way to get the vital ingredient from fish most diets lack. Many doctors believe it's a natural way to help reduce high cholesterol in your program to lower the risk of heart disease. So I take Cardio Omega-3 every day. I feel great. After all, I've got a lot to live for.
You know, you don't want to jinx ourselves for the rest of the week, but this has been about as smooth a Monday as we've had in a while.
I can't remember a better one.
I'll tell you. You folks in Pittsburgh have been very good to us, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're going to pack up our bags and head to Nashville. Going to do a little politics, a little business down there, too.
A lot of politics.
Yeah, President's Chief of Staff, former Senator Howard Baker will be with us, also Senator Albert Gore.
Thinking about the White House himself.
Right, Japan's economic invasion of Tennessee. We're going to take a look at that, too. We'll, of course, do some music, and we'll take a look at some of the problems faced by black colleges, some of which are settled in Nashville. We hope you'll join us then. Thank you again, Pittsburgh. Taking us off the air is George Benson. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Days of our lives.
I was a prostitute.
The past comes back to torture Kim.
Custody of Andrew Grady to his father, Victor Kiriakis.
This week.
Getting involved with quality home furnishings and decorating are long-term investments. It takes time, patience, and a lot of help. A professional designer has worked on hundreds of homes where you may be working on your first or second. At Today's Home, we know that making good decisions takes time. And having our good selection to choose from, well, that's a plus. We can show you what your room will look like right in our store. Plan now for your future. You and Today's Home. The perfect decorating combination.
Right now, your participating Goodyear retailer has a high-performance tire sale for you on Goodyear Eagles. Buy 3 Eagle ST or GT radials at the regular price. Get a 4th one free.